I'm Jennifer Snaz, you're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by Celeste Aronsa of Selfie. Now she's just done the fabulous dress project and she's brought her fabulous dress in. She's going to tell us all about that. Hello.
Hello.
Well, the dress doesn't, it's just white now, but
It's white.
It's been very many different patterns.
I actually can't believe that it's been through so much and it looks absolutely crisp. People
It
can't
really
believe
does,
it, but
eh?
this is the dress.
And
yeah.
you didn't bleach it.
No, it's made out of cotton, so we basically just, after it was made, I started painting on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the fabulous dress project. People are probably thinking, what are they talking about? Why were they painting on the dress? Tell us.
Well, I was approached by Jupiter Drawing Room with this really cool project. They wanted a dress and 3 different design stains. And I think because they know that I am involved in fashion, they wanted a designer to basically stain it with beautiful prints. And it was really daunting at the beginning because I've never really painted with food before, but I also thought it'll be a cool challenge to see what it'll come out like. And the first stain we did was coffee.
This one here, that's behind me.
One.
I'm just going to show it.
So the design was kind of inspired by a very Afrocentric look, and we used cappuccino, which was actually a better way. I actually enjoyed painting with this one because it felt more controlled. It felt like water paint.
So this is cappuccino.
Yeah,
here.
And there's like hints of mustard actually in it.
Cappuccino and mustard.
Well, the orange
and
is
the
mustard.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, the yellow. So the design stains were categorized in 3 different events that Aisha from Bake the Blog would go to. The first one we did was coffee. We worked with coffee, and this was actually painted with cappuccino and hints of mustard. The second one was her going for burgers with friends, which was this one actually.
Right.
So this was beetroot and it was also some mustard in it. And then the third one was her going for a photo shoot at L, and that was the makeup one that we did over here. So this was painted with eyeshadow, which was...
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Now, why did you work with Bake the Blog?
I actually just really like her work.
And
and
that's easy enough.
Yeah, like I've never really met her before, but like we just clicked, and I think there's going to be a collaboration possibly coming with the 2 of us. We've been talking, so it was actually just a group of great people to work with. Then the design that we chose, we wanted a very kind of modern, sophisticated shirt dress, and I chose the origami dress, which is quite a lot of nice fold detail to it. But we just wanted a dress that could work with any kind of modern professional woman. That's kind of the idea I had in mind when I designed it. And it's also quite adjustable. It comes with a little belt, so you can tie it in the waist. So it also transformed quite a bit with every print and every occasion she went to.
The dress is actually beautiful. I'm going to hold it up here so people can see it on the wide. Now, I want to talk about the staining process, because I think if people didn't hear about the fabulous dress project while it was happening, they're wondering, why on earth are you staining this beautiful dress? So why did you do it?
So basically, what Jupiter Drawing Room and Skip wanted to do was basically test all these different stains, but in a kind of fabulous way to make it a bit more fashionable. They wanted to kind of see like if these stains can be removed, and they actually used me to paint on it and actually wash it myself, so that you can get like a first-hand experience from the designer, like, you know, how the stains are actually removed. And it was really phenomenal. Like, I'm not exaggerating, but I would literally after every design rinse it, and the stains would automatically just kind of be removed from the fabric without any scrubbing.
Without any
I'm not
treatment?
Do, like,
no,
harm
this
my
is
nails.
the problem. Okay. So did you put it in you didn't put it, you hand washed?
We hand washed, and we also machine washed it at a 30-degree Celsius.
Temperature.
Yeah.
Now, were you surprised? Because I am a very messy girl, and I get food stains on my clothes all the time, and I can never get them out, and I do use all the sprays and the detergents, and it actually ends up just kind of ruining the fabric a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about Skip as well is that it's got fiber protect technology. So I find what happened with this dress is that every time we washed it, like, it would look more crisp.
No, I don't believe you, girl.
No, really, like, this is the dress that basically has been through so much mess, and
it looks brand new.
And
like, you could return this dress if you weren't the designer.
And the cool thing is, I think also with women, like, now you don't have to feel like when you've actually stained a beautiful garment that you love, that you know, like, Skip is going to get it out. So I also felt really reassured that I could just play around and mess and knowing that it will be completely removed. The eyeshadow was the hardest design to actually make because
Why?
I had to retain and secure the actual paint to the fabric with hairspray and a hairdryer, because whenever it was painted and we lifted it or moved it, it would actually just sort of fall
like
all over the place. Yeah, so it would dirty it so much. And this was for a photo shoot, and it had to like look really amazing. So this was probably the most stressful design, but definitely my favorite because it's got the whole eye motif, which is kind of what I did in my last collection. So this kind of resonates most with, you know, what I'm currently doing. But yeah, I think women don't have to fear anymore because they skip fabulous.
Well, you know, there's some pieces of clothes I have that I don't even wear because I'm afraid they're going to get dirty, or I'll only wear it if I know, okay, I'm going to like an event for an hour and then I'm going to take it off afterwards. So that's fabulous. But I want to talk about the makeup for a second.
Yes.
You said you set it with a hairdryer.
Yeah. Well, with hairspray and a hairdryer because it had to dry very instantly.
Always heard if something sets in heat, it's going to stain.
Yeah.
And it just washed out.
No, we rinsed it, it came out. Seriously.
I feel like there's something you're not telling us here.
I'm definitely telling you all the truth.
Like the truth. This is the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good on you. So
I think maybe you should take one of your garments, do some paints and see what happens.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Is the dress going to get stained again?
No, it's actually not. So what happens is that at the event, which was held on first Thursday, we had a little competition where all the guests could paint and play around with the different substances I used to create the different patterns on the dress. And there's going to be someone who's actually going to win the actual dress, which is nice. So if you hashtagged Fabulous Dress Project, you could stand a chance, and you entered your little painting of your little design in, you could win the dress. So.
That's great. Well, good luck to someone who was there who made a fabulous design for the fabulous dress.
I hope they will love it.
Now, while we have you in studio, I have to ask you your opinion on winter trends. What's happening this winter in South Africa?
You know what? There's still like quite a big 90s trend, and not a lot of women like polo necks, but that's actually making a huge comeback as well. There's also like a big bomber jackets, and if you want to do something a bit more stylish, the trench coat is always a very good classic coat to go for. I've also had the parka come back in my previous collection, so I think that's really great. And yeah, that's like winter trends that I would kind of recommend.
So the 90s?
90s big, and you know, you do a little like red bright lip or go a bit deeper red like Whitney used to wear. And big earrings are also good, but you know, just tone it down and put your own like style, combine it with what is happening. But I don't like people who just do the whole textbook thing where they follow blogs and like look exactly like that. Like still kind of be yourself.
Yeah, that's not on.
Yeah. So
now I just have to ask you one question. You said trying to do the big earrings and the bomber jacket.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that without looking tacky and ghetto?
I think like you would tone it down with maybe a beautiful pencil skirt.
Okay.
A beautiful pencil skirt, and if you do a bomber jacket and even a shirt underneath. But it also depends on where you're going. So maybe that wouldn't be exactly like a work look. So maybe work look, you would tone it down with a nice trench instead of like a big bomber, which is a bit more casual. Yeah. Awesome.
How can we find out what you're doing next?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's Celeste_selfie. And that's probably the direct way of kind of knowing what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to be like Instagramming this hopefully after this.